Hi. Tonight's topic is something that a lot of people ask me about, actually almost every day, every week. And it's called the 101 Places to Donate Your Stuff to a Good Cause. So if you're like many baby boomers right now, you might be looking around your house wondering, where did all of this stuff come from anyway? And you might have started to notice just how much stuff is piling up and how much stress the mess is causing you. And you realize you have so much stuff that you don't even know what's in some of those boxes in your attic, in your basement, in your garage. And you realize what an overwhelming task you have ahead of you to begin the decluttering all of the things that you've collected for the last 25 or 30 years. So, and if you're one of those lucky ones, your home has also become a repository for other people's stuff, like your adult children's dorm room furniture and that kind of thing. Or maybe you have inherited stuff from your family members, your mom and dad, that are now deceased. So all of this contributes to a lot of clutter, and what do you do with it all? And also, how can you get motivated to get rid of the clutter? So I have a list I'd like to share with you that I use because I do get a little discouraged sometimes myself. So number one is to start somewhere, anywhere, but just start. So decide and focus on one small area at a time. I know sometimes I'll start on just a drawer of some kind, like a junk drawer. We all have those. And it's amazing how it makes you feel after you have decluttered that junk drawer. And the second thing is maybe a pantry that has items in it that are out of date. Or another easy place to start is a linen closet, because we all have old linens, old towels that we really should start decluttering. So when you set aside even 15 minutes a day just to get you started, you'll discover that you might even continue beyond that because you're starting to see some progress. So it's one drawer, one closet, one shelf at a time. The second way to stay motivated is to set a goal and a timeline. I like both short-term and long-term goals. So, and this isn't that long-term, but say by Friday, I'm going to clean out my master bedroom closet. And by the end of the month, I'm going to have all of the closets on, the second floor complete. So whatever your goals are, set a timeline and then follow through with those. A third way to get motivated in terms of decluttering is to chart your progress. So sometimes keeping a daily or a weekly journal, it could just be a whiteboard where you say, this is what you got done today. It feels really good to be able to see that and keep track of the areas that you've worked on and the progress that you've made. So reward yourself with that, even just sometimes a glass of wine or a good cup of coffee. And make sure you take before, during, and after pictures. I like to use these anywhere, but I think one effective way to think about a clean office is to clean off your desk every day. But it might take something to get to that point where it's going to just take a little bit of work. But by using that before picture, you're going to remember, oh my God, that's what my desk used to look like, and that's why I wasn't able to be very, productive there. Then you're looking at the after picture, and that picture is the one that you want to hold on to, because that's what it should look like, and it's what will help you become much more productive. So basically, I would also suggest as step number 4 is to just have fun. So when you think about it, decluttering gets a really bad rap. It's so hard, it takes so much time, or it's just way too emotional for me. So I hear this every single day. And what I try to do is just to reframe or turn those statements around just a little bit to say, well, it could be a lot easier and certainly more fun if I engaged a family member or friend in the process with me. Or you could turn it around to say, if I have a team member, time will fly by because we're having fun, we're having conversations, we're making memories, and we get things done. So, an answer to the emotional question, yes, it will be emotional. But if you don't face those sentimental items head on right now, they'll only continue to take up space, not just in your head, but in your heart, and they will weigh you down emotionally. And then the fifth step is to find a decluttering method that works best for you, your lifestyle, and your schedule. So if you only have weekends free, find a particular project that you want to accomplish over the weekend. Set aside a few hours each weekend or each month. So that's kind of a slow and steady method, but it's certainly better than not doing it at all. So if you have time during the week, just look at your schedule, look at what works best for you, and when is your highest energy. I think this is a really important question to discern, because for me, I'm a very early morning person, so I could be cleaning out closets at 5 a.m. Find out when your highest energy level is, give yourself some, a timeline, and then just do it. So figure out the decluttering method that you enjoy, that fits into your schedule, and you can see consistent progress. I will tell you that I will be launching a course in early September, and it is about 8 decluttering methods that are proven, and they're for different personality types, so you might find it quite interesting, and I'll be announcing that launch very shortly. So one of my favorite decluttering methods is called Decluttering by Heart. And I discovered this method last winter when I realized, how many warm coats and sweaters and hats and gloves I had that were just sitting in my drawers and in my closets and not getting used. And then I thought of a homeless shelter that is near and dear to my heart, and I've worked with them for many years. And I thought, what would it be like for them to receive a warm coat, a pretty scarf and gloves? So it would not only make them warm, but it will also make them feel good about themselves. So that became highly motivating for me, knowing that I was giving something to someone who needed it, would get good use of it, and they would enjoy it, and it would make them feel good. So I started looking around my house for what else I had that I was not using. So I looked at different categories that I could repurpose, that I could donate to places who needed or wanted them. And so I began looking at household items, pantry items, shoes, handbags, electronics, books. Those were some categories that for sure I had excess. And then trying to find places that would want those and need those. So as that list grew, I decided to do some research for places to donate those items. Because honestly, I didn't know where to give my old electronics to. So I created a list. It's called 101 Places to Donate Your Stuff to a Good Cause. So it's not only, helping you get rid of it, but it's also helping others. So that is a free download on my website, Rita Wilkins at ritawilkins.com. Look for 101 places to donate your stuff. So if you're wondering where and how to get rid of this stuff, consider giving it a new life by repurposing it, by giving it to someone who needs it or wants it. So I hope that this helps you, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in one of my decluttering classes. The one that's starting in September is called 8 Proven Decluttering Methods, How to Get Started.